at your service.
Thank you. I'm sure you have a name. Oh, I can't even go in there yet. That's because that's the wrong way. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm not meant to be going this way. Oh, that's Endrin's room.
No sign of trouble here.
Good. Good. Got him. Got him. Why didn't you remind me that was my father's room and not where the feast is? Reading maps. A nobleman. Let's talk to the nobleman, shall we? Hello.
I went to watch the provings. Most exciting.
We might go and watch. See if we have any warriors representing us.
Your father speaks highly of your skill.
Yes, he is right to do so. Ooh.
You sure you want to go to the feast now? I doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside.
Okay. What do you mean, escape? No. You're right. Let us go and see the provings first.
I can't wait to see who's fighting today.
Hopefully it's one of ours. So we can cheer him on as he fights for our honor. Out we go. Life in Orzammar.
Your father has allowed the merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
Interesting. Right. We already read this. Okay. The dwarves of Orzammar are quite unlike those found in most human cities. Although Orzammar derives its vast wealth from trade with human kingdoms, all dwarves who come to the surface to trade are stripped of their position in society. Dwarven merchants are so ubiquitous in human cities that many people labour under the impression that all dwarves are merchants, or that the whole race worships coin and trade. But these surface dwarves are atypical creatures, the ones willing to give up all ties to their kin and sacrifice their rank in order to conduct business. Below ground, the dwarves are a people obsessed with honour, their own and that of their family. Most nobles incorporate chainmail even into formal gowns, because slights and insults often turn deadly. They are a people who revere excellence and strive to achieve it in all things. Even members of the servant caste have been elevated to paragons, usually posthumously in recognition of remarkable service.
I'm sure we can work this out reasonably. It's in the records. There's nothing I can do.
Let's find out what's going on here.
Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Iduken, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Iduken, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
That's the thing. I think that's the issue. Does he have our because if he's got our father's favour, then I think that's the patronage clientele relationship going on. So of course I'd have to stand with him because he's one of ours. I greatly enjoyed that book as well. I'm not sure. Would Drogrim be a reader? Knowledge is power. But that's not the point. It doesn't matter if I liked his book. Is he one of ours? Gorim, does this scholar truly have my father's favour?
The king, as well as several other lords, are quite fond of his work. He writes of the ancient paragons.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house.
Do you fear an old man? No. Because if our father approves of him, then he's one of ours. He's on side. So what does it say?
It doesn't matter. It's all lies.
What exactly has he written? I don't like the fact he's dodging this question. What has he written?
He says that Volney, the paragon who founded my house, known throughout the world as the greatest of men, was a fraud.
Not precisely. When
This is not finished.
How weak his house is, or how low.
Then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Interesting.
Volney was more than a man.
A little bit of dialogue came out there. So why are you so angry? What was Oduken like before he was a paragon? That's kind of trying to build that would be kind of trying to build a rapport between the two, where it's like, well, actually, what was Ayduken like? If he was just a man, is Volney any better than Ayduken? Which is kind of putting him into a trap. Why is Brunton so angry? That's quite good because either we put him in his place because then we hear how Ayduken was, or we can trap him by saying, was Volney better than Ayduken? Potentially. Or would I just go, why is he so, get to the point? Oh, what? Yeah, so we'll ask, because, he's written this book about Ayduken, so what was Ayduken like before he was Paragon?
Ayduken was much loved, but he was still a man. He was plagued by melancholy, and his fervor regarding Orzammar's safety bordered on obsession. When Ayduken was proposed as a Paragon, only one lord in the assembly objected. The others savagely hacked him to death. Ayduken's motion passed without a single dissenting vote.
Apart from the one guy who died.
Like Volney, is that what you mean, old man?
Volney became a Paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
Tell the media that. True or false, the Paragon's reputation must be protected? Not necessarily. This is where politics comes in, because if... Oh, intelligence isn't a stat in this game. Because if Volney is, as a Paragon, was not as good, the house is not as good. Truth isn't always... No. Oh, you can go to the Shaperate, but the scholar seems to be right.
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your Paragon Ayduken?
The truth is more important than pride. Shut up. But Ayduken was a great man.
And Volney was not? Must you disparage a Paragon? You've made a huge mistake.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
He's not worth a blade, leave him be. We could ask the scholar. What do you think?
Well, historically, it has been prudent to eliminate a small threat before it becomes large.
That is true. I'm not prudent. I'm not that prudent. Let the poor fool live. No. He's right. If he gets to Volney, if he gets to his house and the word spreads, we could have a riot. We could have riot, wars. Yes. Do the prudent thing, Gorham.
How do you want it done?
Quietly, an accent preferably. No. Partially, I don't want people to know it's me. It's one of those things. Like I don't want people to know it's me in case it ends up leading to escalation. But part of me wants it to, yeah, basically for crossing me. Which do we go for? Publicly, and then people know who I am.
Understood.
You've shown yourself more daring and aggressive today than most believed of you. Someday I hope to write of the great exploits you are sure to perform.
Word has been sent. He won't live past the hour.
You've shown House Ayduken a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people.
He who controls the past controls the present. He who controls the present controls the future. I think that's the way it goes in 1984. Alright. Perhaps son of your gratitude order. No. Remember this when you write of me.
Of course. Heroism and pity for the small man have always been hallmarks of House Ayduken. Now, I must try to make sense of these notes. Good day, Your Highness. And thank you.
Yes. I will long to write of you and the great exploits you will do if you were actually the primary character. Let's see what this merchant has.
The finest in home decorations!
My goodness, it's a dwarf version of Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. Flee!
Ayduken himself wearing a
quite, so I pay your exorbitant price, only to end up looking like a poor imitation of Prince Balin. You'll get no coin from me.
But that's not what I meant, my lord. My lord! My lord Iduken, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares?
Got it. Why is this man speaking to him? We did walk up to him, so... do you have something I might want?
Not for a mighty warrior such as yourself, my lord, but perhaps a lady friend. I forget myself. I'll be silent.
This looks to be mostly fabrics from the human lands. These merchants form alliances with those who have abandoned our ways to live on the surface.
Such luxuries only make us soft. We trade our gold and steel for this. It's nice to have such pretty things. How many of our people are on the surface? Yeah. Interesting. That dialogue is very interesting. Just our people. Not how many dwarves are on the surface. How many of our people. And the thing is, of course, some people will want this, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a way to improve the merchant caste position, and particularly our clients, our clientele that we are patrons of, while also strengthening Orzammar's position in regard to the humans. So, okay, I don't see anything wrong with this, but, well, that's me personally. How many of our people are on the surface?
According to the scholars, more than 500. Does it matter? The surfacers are lost to us. Perhaps we should get going.
That's entertaining more than anything. Let's talk to him.
My lord has returned. Is there something here that interests you?
Perhaps. Let me see.
Please, look as you will.
What have you got? Clothing, glamour charm. This minor magical charm captures the viewer's attention and... Ooh, pretty. Oh, it's just like things... So basically he's someone you can sell things to. Because there's no way you really want that. I don't think you're going to really afford anything here, are you? So we'll sell the grease trap. We'll keep everything else, I think. Merchant. Let's see, do you have?
Nothing beats a good set of steel cutlery.
Useful. Ah! Brothers.
Follow, big brother. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence. If I want the opinion of my sibling's second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
Balin, help me out here. No, I'm not going to appeal to that. I go where I want, when I want. No. I think I will go to the feet right now. I'm not going to bow to him, even though he's my brother. I go where I want, when I want. That's overly aggressive. Balin, help me out here, is running off to help. No. You shouldn't speak to my second like that.
I speak to lower houses and castes as they should be spoken to. Now do as I say.
Now he's from what he said. So I think the way he's acting, I'm guessing he's the bigger brother and Balin's the younger. Keep barking orders. I'm sure somewhat. I'm sure I'll care someday. Balin, you want to jump in here? If these two were the elders and I were the younger, I'd go with that and just to see what they thought. But no, keep barking orders. I'm sure I'll care someday.
Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you are receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Trian?
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
It's cute how you think you can order me around. I will go when I am ready.
Stubborn, aren't you? When I'm king, I will help you get over that. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
Ignore him, it's my day, not his. He's got to be alive to be king. Would he? Well, we just did that with the... I think this is different because he's our brother, so he's of our house, no matter what anything else happens. Perhaps becoming king will calm him.
We can only hope. Perhaps we should get going.
For all this talk about the fact that we have no sense of duty, we wouldn't say, "Oh, let's just kill our brother," because no, we have a degree of honor. Armor.
Look at this.
My lord Idukan, nothing here rivals your amazing Idukan armor. If you wish something made,
You know very well House Idukan has its own royal armorers.
of course. Forgive me.
Well, yeah. Tell me about your armor then.
Your Highness's legendary prowess is matched only by your kindness.
Well, tell me about the armor you make.
I buy only the finest iron ore, and personally oversee the armor's crafting by the most skillful of the smith caste.
Right, stop speaking now. Fascinating. Thank you.
Of course, the honor was all mine.
Nonsense, woman. Your words bring shame upon our house. See how the edges are rough and pitted? Would you compare this to Bronca's work? Trust a woman to speak of things she doesn't understand.
Oh, Branka's missing, is she? Oh, she was one of the paragons in the entryway, wasn't she? Can I talk to you?
My lord,
Can I buy something from you?
you honor me, your Highness.
I don't think there's anything particularly... I mean, what we currently have is actually slightly worse. For all the kind of, oh, it's better. Okay, that's equivalent. That's the same. It's the gloves. These gloves are better, probably because they're grey iron. Can't afford them, though. So that was pointless. I should probably compare... I'm not going to use two-handed. Never have done, never will. We'll hold on to the bow if we can sell the dagger, and we'll have a look at the mace. What's the mace like in comparison to our sword? It's worse. Probably should. We should sell it then.